NamRA Kachenu, 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 NamRA Kachenu. We are
NamRA, serving with passion.
Hello and welcome to this edition of NamRA Kachenu, your trusted source in all things related to tax, customs, and excise matters. I'm Shipena Jambiko and I'm delighted to be your host for the next half an hour or so. In recent developments, NamRA celebrates complying taxpayers and traders. NamRA and IUM signed an MOU for skills development and research. All this and more coming up shortly. On the 7th of April 2025, NamRA held its fourth Taxpayer Trader Appreciation Day under the theme, Empowering Taxpayers and Traders Through Education. Now, the event saw over 30 taxpayers and traders being awarded in different categories for being compliant clients.
This is a testimony of our commitment to ensure that we improve service delivery. Because for us, it's not a choice.
Tax compliance is not a favor to the government. It is a patriotic responsibility. It ensures that all citizens and entities contribute equitably to the shared prosperity of our nation. I would like to remind all taxpayers that government has extended the tax amnesty program until 31 October 2026.
It's a beautiful evening and thank you for welcoming me. The most sustainable avenue for its development remains domestic revenue, and tax is at the heart of this. The health of a state is easily measured by the willingness of citizens to pay taxes for national development.
We are gathered here to celebrate and recognize our most compliant taxpayers and traders. Our higher purpose, our mandate is really to capacitate the state to be able to deliver on its developmental agenda. And the NamRA Star make that happen as well.
That passion that started in 2021, I cannot even say it has tripled. It is because of that self-discipline that we are rejoicing and we are appreciating you.
I want to tell and make it categorically clear
a special thanks to our founding commissioner. It's his guidance, his love, his support that have helped us and the entire team to put this event together.
This event is our way of saying thank you.
The Namibia Revenue Agency and the International University of Management, IUM, strengthened their partnership by signing a Memorandum of Understanding. Now, the agreement establishes a framework for collaboration in education, fostering research and development skills, student engagement, and sharing knowledge between the two institutions.
Our vision at Namibia Revenue Agency is we aspire to be a world-class revenue agency, serving with passion to positively impact the livelihood of every Namibian. We want to become world-class, but also if one look at the vision of IUM, where you want to encourage and develop African cadre of men and women who can operate at international standard in business and management, your vision does speak to our vision as well.
It's not just the signing. It must be impactful. We must have impactful achievements ahead of us. I also hate just citing something and then it's just put on the shelves. I also don't like this. Yeah. As it has been said, this MOU is not just a document. It is a testament to our shared vision of harnessing knowledge, expertise, and resources to advance Namibia's socio-economic development and growth.
After the break, we'll be joined by Ms. Salome Ouses, Human Resource Officer within the Human Capital and Business Strategy Department at NamRA. Welcome back. Joining us in the studio is Ms. Salome Ouses, Human Resource Officer within the Human Capital and Business Strategy Department at NamRA. Salome, it's indeed an honor to have you join us today, and a very warm welcome to NamRA Kachenu. Now, to kick off this session, could you kindly introduce yourself and also give us an overview of your professional background?
Thank you, Chipe, for having me. As you stated already, an HR officer in the Human Capital and Business Strategy Business Unit in the Namibia Revenue Agency. I started off in the position as an intern, and I've been working in it for the past 2 years. 1 year as an intern and 1 year as a permanent employee. I do hold a bachelor's degree in human resource management. Not limited to it, I do have completion certificates to complement the skills that I hold in human resource. And just to shorten it, that's about it.
Great. Thank you so much. Now, can you kindly take us through the NamRA's recruitment process, including where the vacancies are advertised, the minimum requirements, and also what applicants have to keep in mind when applying for positions?
Okay. NamRA follows a structured recruitment process. When a vacancy arises, it's usually from a new role or an existing role becoming available. When a vacancy occurs, we prepare an advert based on the job description's requirements. Our advertisements usually run for 2 weeks. We first advertise internally, and when we don't find when we can't find a suitable candidate internally, that's when we take it out externally. Approximately, the recruitment process takes about 2 months internally and 3 months externally, but not limited to those months. What candidates should keep in mind when going through the recruitment process is that when they are requested for vetting documents, it does not mean that they have acquired the position. It's just part of the recruitment process. Yes, and once we are done with the vetting process, that still does not mean the candidate has acquired the position. It goes up to the commissioner's office, and then the commissioner reviews and gives the approval. Once that is done, we give the appointment letter over to the successful candidates.
Great.
Yes.
Does NamRA offer internship and volunteer programs? And if that's the case, what are the eligibility requirements? How can one apply for this? And what benefits can one derive from this as well?
Yes, and I believe I am a product of it. NamRA does offer internship programs, not volunteer programs. We have graduate interns and the normal interns that we offer. And we take it through the normal recruitment process. So we advertise our internships on our recruitment platforms. So where we give an opportunity to all students to apply, because we just do not want anybody to walk in, and then we give special treatment to that because we believe in fairness and transparency. So the company aims to give opportunities to all the students in the country.
Great. Now, what are some of the common mistakes that applicants make during the application process, and how can they improve their chances in better preparing their CVs, their cover letters, and also supporting documentation?
Yes, usually it comes with candidates not reading the online questions carefully. They would make mistakes where rather than answering yes to a required, let's say, language proficiency, where they could say yes, they say no, and that could affect their chances in their CVs being looked at. But we do look at all the CVs. And also providing contact information that is not theirs, which makes it hard for us to contact the candidates. Sometimes we can't get hold of them because it's not their contact details. Not attaching the required documents, because when you're applying for a position, you're required to attach your CV and the required documents. Your required documents are basically evidence to what you have stated in your CV. So when the documents are not attached, we assume that you do not have them. We do try and reach out to ask for the documents, but those are one of the mistakes that the candidates do make. And also indicating they speak a certain language when they don't, and when we do take them through the process of interviews, when we have to now ask them about the language or interview them based on the language, that's when they would be truthful and tell us. So that also impacts their interview process and recruitment process on their side.
I see.
Yeah.
So in relation to what you just said right now, how does NamRA notify applicants that have been unsuccessful? Because I'm sure most of them out there have submitted their applications and they're still waiting for response. They would say, I'm still waiting for response from NamRA, but I haven't had anything. So how do you normally notify people?
Yes. First of all, the successful candidates, we notify them personally. So the HR officer that is in charge of the recruitment process will notify the successful candidates. For the unsuccessful candidates, we have our partner recruitment agency, and they send out bulk emails to the unsuccessful candidates to notify them.
Great, thank you so much. So what should candidates expect during the interview and selection process, and what are some of the qualities that NamRA looks forward to in potential employees?
Okay. We do follow a structured interview process. So candidates should expect a focal point on their qualifications and experience in the field. We will assess their skills and competencies. We look at their cultural fit for the position, for the company in a whole. NamRA looks for employees that hold qualities or traits that best complements the values of the organization. Yeah, that's about it.
Thank you so much, Salome. So how does NamRA ensure a fair and transparent recruitment process? What are some of the employment opportunities available for successful candidates, such as trainings, contracts, or career development programs?
Thank you for the question. NamRA is deeply committed to fairness and transparency in its recruitment activities. We have a recruitment and selection policy that states the company's core values, and it complements the recruitment process. For example, diversity and fairness. We try to be diverse in our selection process when selecting the final candidates for the interview, and being fair throughout the whole process, not being favorable to anybody. Additionally, successful candidates, apart from other benefits that the company offers, should expect to have a comprehensive training and development initiatives by the company.
Amazing. Salome, any final thoughts or message to our future NamRA employees out there?
To our future employees, I would like to say welcome to the family already. We understand that the recruitment process does take longer than intended sometimes, but we can't wait for you to join the team, and the Human Capital Department is here to assist you through the onboarding process, take you through, and basically answer to all your queries that you may have joining the company. Yes. And additionally, keep an eye on our social websites where you can see us advertising the vacancies. We do also have a recruitment agency partner that I mentioned earlier. We do advertise with them, and you can see our advertisements on there.
Salome, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. And as usual, we wish you continued success in your role at NamRA.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to be on Kachenu.
Great. That was Ms. Salome Ouses, the Human Resource Officer within the Human Capital and Business Strategy Department at NamRA. We'll take a short break for now, but when we return, we'll dive into educational topics and share some useful tips for our taxpayers and traders. Be sure to stick around. In the next insert, we'll focus on how to register on ITIS portal in Silozi.
Momeles Jawakaufera, la mamela hape farikepe la elders, e-saves platform. Tatiano ni kami surprise kama mkona kuingorisi za farikepe la ITIS. Likepe la ITIS, lifmane ya hamu ya fa internet nuko la likepe la website ya NamRA. Mukupe wa kulatela mihato ye latelela. Muhato wa pili, mchonge foku ngozi e-saves link, lili kepela kuvyali tewakaufera zeito kwa ralika kwa roha. Muhato wa buveli, mchonge foku ngozi sign up link, ukwala likepela kuingorisa. Muhato wa bulalo, likepela kuingorisa seli kwa ruhile, mutazele zekaufera zeito kwa rafali kepeleo, nikuchonga foku ngozi submit button. Muhato wa vune, likepela kunitifa zalika kwa roha. Kusupeza kulimwa muhezili ngusa ka emele, leli nitifa za kulikimina. Nili ngusa leo likabona harama emele ya mina. Muhato wa buketa lizo, mukwa leli ngusa kakuchonga okungozwi activation link, yemwa muhezi ma emele ya mina, kulilikepela mina likale kuveleka. Muhato wa busilela, kasamula ya kusebelisa link yeo, isebelisa za mina likakala kuveleka. Yemiyocho nga fokungozi sign in, kukena kabutunge malikepela mina la pochao. Muhato wa busupa, muveli vizole mviliksa ni nomboro ya mina yona password, nomboro ya pili, nikuchonga fokungozi sign in button, nomboro ya buveli. Muhato wa buketa zone totulalu, mumamele, unani mifuta ya miveli hamukena falikepeleo, mufita wa pili, mutu ya alifa mutero, ni mufuta wa buveli, mutu ya emela ababa alifa mitero. Haiva, mubateri, mukete fokungozi muteri. Aba mbaemeli ba muteri, mukete fokungozi muyemeli wa muteri. Mukete kuyakama yemu autosa chowa falikepe. Muhato wa buketa zone totune, ase mufelize, likepelaka mwilolika kwa roha, nukusupeza mihato yeke talizo yeka mtusa, nemu kwa kuingorsa, kwa lisebeza e-saves falikepela ITIS. Amo choro nikumi familao, nilitairo, demusonila kulatelela. Muvale milao nilitairo ka ufela, tamuri ngorezwe. Nukuchonga fokungozi tick button. Nakunyatera kulimilao nilitairo ka ufela, mukalilatelela. Mazoho kumina, semulili membera za ITIS e-saves portal yakatengo ka NamRA. Muveniru na hapena kwa yenwi, haruka ikabela mangusa mangu ya utokwa, alisevele zoni mukwa wa ITIS.
The next insert will look at how to file returns with pay fives only in Afrikaans.
Goeiedag en welkom. My naam is Natasha van Suyden. Vandag kyk ons na die indiening van u belastingopgawe op die ITIS platform. Hierdie video is spesifiek vir belastingbetalers wat net 'n LBS 5 sertifikaat het. Kom ons begin. Stap 1. Ga na die ITIS webwerf en teken aan op u ITIS rekening. Stap 2. Klik op die opsie Return. Stap 3. Kies My Returns. Stap 4. Klik op Search Your Return om al u opgawes te sien. Stap 5. Kies die opgawe wat u wil indien. Stap 6. Klik op die File Your Return knoppie. Stap 7. Kies die normale vormtype om voort te gaan met u indiening. Stap 8. Nadat u die vormtype gekies het, sal 'n bladsy oopmaak met die besonderhede van die belastingvorm, sowel as 'n bylahouer vir die oplaai van dokumente. Rol af na die belastingvorm en klik op skedule 3. Indiensneming skedule. Stap 9. Maak skedule 3 oop. Wanneer dit oopmaak, behoort die inkomstebedrag outomaties te verskyn, soos deur u werkgewer verklaar. Indien geen syfers vertoon, klik asseblief in en buite die salaris- en loonblokkie om die syfers te aktiveer. Stap 10. Vergelyk die syfers in skedule 3 met u LBS 5 sertifikaat om te bevestig dat die bruto totaal en pensioenbydrae ooreenstem. Stap 11. Gaan na skedule 17 en bevestig of die ingehoue loonbelastingbedrag ooreenstem met die bedrag op die LBS 5 sertifikaat. Stap 12. Gaan na skedule 24 en beantwoord die volgende 2 vrae. Vraag 1. Is u die eienaar van die huis waarin u woon? Indien wel, merk ja. Indien nie, verskaf asseblief die eienaar se naam, belastingnommer en die totale huurbedrag betaal vir die 12 maande van die belastingjaar. Vraag 2. Is u in besit van 'n maatskappy voertuig? Dui dit asseblief ook aan. Stap 13. Rol op na die bylahouer en laai al u relevante dokumente op. Indien u nie 'n aftreeanniteit of studiefondspolis het, laai asseblief slegs u LBS 5 sertifikaat op. Rol af en merk die blokkie om te verklaar dat die inligting waar en korrek is. Voeg die verifikasiekode in en klik op Submit. Baie geluk, u belastingopgawe is suksesvol ingedien. Bly ingelig, dien betyds in en hou u belastingsaake op datum. Tot 'n volgende keer.
Did you know value-added tax, which is known as VAT, is a tax on the value added at each stage of production or distribution of an article? There are 3 rates of VAT: standard rate, which is at 15%, zero rate, and exempt.
Do you need to make a payment for tax debt? Well, here are the available options for payment.
My name is Angela Kamui, Senior Revenue Treasury Officer at NamRA. I'm going to take you through the process of making payments to our NamRA offices. We have 4 modes of payments which are acceptable at our offices, which are direct deposits, cash payments, electronic fund transfers, and speed points machines. When making electronic fund transfers, we have 2 accounts available for our taxpayers, which is Receiver of Revenue, account 165001, and the VAT dedicated account 165060. When making a direct deposit, our taxpayers need to fill this deposit slip at their commercial bank. You need to have your TIN with you. The TIN consists of 8 characters, and then you should also know the period that you are making the payment for. When making an electronic fund transfer, for your penalty or interest liability due to NamRA, you use the EFT referencing example as shown on the screen. It also has 19 characters, but on the text type and text period, you put 999, indicating that the payment is account payment. When making electronic fund transfers, EFT referencing example is shown on the screen, which comprises of 19 characters. The taxpayer reference number comprises of 5 parameters, which are as follows. 1. Represent the payment method, in this case, EFT payment. 06. Office of registration or your return office. The 8th character represents your tax identification number. 14 is tax type, in this case, employee's tax. 2018-06 is the tax period for which the payment is meant for.
In the previous episode, we asked, name 3 agreements that Namibia is party to that are administered by Customs NamRA. Here's the answer. The SACU Agreement, which was enforced in 2002, the SACU-Mercosur Agreement, enforced in 2008, the EU SADC-EPA Agreement, which was enforced in 2016. Our question for this episode is, where does NamRA advertise vacant positions? Kindly email your answer to NamRA Kachenu at namra.org.na. The due date for submission is the 24th of April 2025. We will announce our winner in the next episode.
And with that, we conclude this edition of NamRA Kachenu. We trust that the information shared has been both valuable and insightful. Join us again in 2 weeks' time for the latest updates and discussions. But until then, stay informed, stay compliant. And from all of us here at NamRA Kachenu, goodbye.